If you understand what I'm saying, you can go ahead and turn that light. Whoa.
What's up, guys?
Howdy.
We're at another location for a spook hunt. This is Meadows Massacre site. And with us tonight is
My roommate.
Trevor.
Hey guys, my name's Trevor. I'm joining y'all for tonight's hunt. It's gonna be a good time.
And Trevor actually has some experience hunting the spooks. So we have a guide this time. Maybe get a bit more activity.
Yeah.
That's the hope. We'll see what happens,
See
but
what happens.
So this site is actually considered to be one of the most haunted places in this part of the world. Let's go hunt some spooks.
This spook.
See, that's what the original memorial was. At a cedarwood cross, and it got vandalized like, I think 4-ish times, and just rebuilt. And this was built in 1990, I think.
this one was
Interesting.
Mid-90s. Oh, that's right. The 1991 is the one that's out there overlooking the valley.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a play-by-play as far as the memorial is concerned on the other side of this thing.
And this is actually a grave. All the bones that were recovered in 1859, they were all taken from the actual massacre site down here. This is where the wagon train was. They made a big circle of wagons and held their position for 4 days. And all their bones were gathered and put in a grave right here. So this is kind of, you know, want to be very respectful. Alright, so this here is the memorial. This is actually a grave site. The actual massacre happened a good mile or so in that direction. This is the site that the spirit of a man named John D. Lee is supposed to appear at, crying. He was one of the commanding members of the Mormon militia that were the ones that killed all the travelers here.
Yeah, I don't have full spectrum night vision, so that's the biggest reason we're using so many lights.
This is pretty... This is some heavy stuff.
You wanted to find names, right?
Alright, so I think we're going to do a little EVP session at the actual memorial. Then maybe we'll take the trail up to the actual site of the shootings.
So really, I think the goal here, we're going to start more general. We have a lot of potential spiritual energy to work off of, especially with just the energy of the night, not the full moon, but the strength of it. A lot of things to work in our favor here. So we're just going to ask some general questions, see if we can get some general responses, at least introduce ourselves, so to speak.
There's also the spirit of John D. Lee that appears in mourning.
We might be able to catch him specifically too. So, let's go for it.
Alrighty.
Let's go for it.
This time around, I brought a GPS along with a compass feature, so we know which direction is truly north at any given moment.
Currently, I am north.
Yep. So as long as this compass isn't pointing towards the direction that's on the GPS, that's an indicator that something's messing around with the field.
Hey guys. We're here. I'm sure y'all kind of know that by now. Just kind of walking around. Wanted to see if we could interact with you guys for a little bit. So if there's anybody here who'd like to talk with us, like to speak with us, go for it. Let us know, even if it's just a little whisper. You guys like listening to the little flagpole thing sound going on all night? Bet that gets annoying, doesn't it? Are any of the Dunlaps here tonight?
So I think I'm going to put this down.
Any of the Dunlaps, can you hear me? We're here, we'd like to talk to you. Where were you guys heading when you were alive? Any other families here tonight? If there's anyone here tonight, can let us know in any way. You can give us a little touch, a little tap on the shoulder. What do you guys think of the Mormons? They're your favorite people in the world, aren't they? Nice and welcoming people, huh? Yeah, I disagree too.
Are any of you Mormon? Hey, compass can't find north. There we go, it's moving a little bit. North should be in that direction. It's pointing northwest at the moment.
Did you know your killers?
It's generally the right direction.
I know y'all feel a little upset at this at
North
least.
is
They
that
didn't just kill you, they killed the rest of your family. They killed your children. I mean, even more, they got them to trust you. They got you to trust them. Getting ready to lead you off to safety. They just lined you up to be slaughtered. Doesn't that make you angry?
If you could say anything to your killers, what would you say to them? Would you forgive them?
I don't know about you, but I just got the distinct impression of no. I'm feeling really antsy and angry right now.
I'm right, north should be in this direction.
Right.
As I came over here, it turned towards you. While you're standing by that.
Like I said, like when you were asking those questions, I was getting really angry just like that. It's kind of calming down now, but
Maybe it's just got
And the compass is
attached
pointing north
itself
again.
to you.
Well, I also specifically only really got these angry thoughts when I was in this little corner while I was doing my pacing. The rest of it I felt fine, angry.
Yeah, I suddenly just got chills.
I'm gonna keep testing that theory. I mean, this was quite a few years ago at this point. Think it's about time to forgive him now?
Did you feel that?
No.
He asked that question, and I, like, felt the answer.
I don't feel nothing.
Right after you asked that question, I felt the answer over here.
You want to head over to the other spot, or?
No, we're getting activity right now. Let's keep soaking that in. What did you feel, Susie?
I felt no, but it was like one of those things where I was walking that way. I was walking this way.
Yeah, the moment I came back over here, the moment I crossed this little threshold into this section.
Yeah. Well, no, I was walking in the other direction, and you asked that question, and I felt like just this feeling like through my body come from behind me and just kind of push through me, and like the word that just came to mind and everything was no.
Well, that's what I was when Nathan asked the same question earlier too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was the one over here for that, so.
Yeah.
How many people are buried here?
How many people did you say died?
120 to 140.
Oh, because when you asked that question, I got 170. Doesn't make sense.
Is there anyone buried here that wasn't killed by the militia?
I gotta know.
Yeah, me too.
Want to tell anyone your names?
Cameron.
You're Cameron with us? What?
Not that both of you said Cameron at the same time.
You got it, didn't you?
Like I didn't feel Cameron, but I felt a reaction when both of you mentioned Cameron.
I felt Cameron. And then he asked about Cameron.
Did we discuss with Cameron earlier?
I mentioned them.
Oh, the last name Cameron, right?
Yeah.
Is this the member of the Cameron family that we're speaking to?
Yes.
Are you using Susie to speak?
Yes.
Why?
All I got was she's. I didn't catch the rest of it.
She's.
Yeah.
Only compass by
Does
you.
she remind you of somebody?
Yes.
Can you tell me who?
Compass is diverging away from north.
I got Maya.
Who's Maya?
Family.
Check this out. You can get this on camera. It's a proof. Compass has been slowly diverging away from north.
What kind of family? What kind of family is Maya?
Close.
Was Maya killed here?
No.
Was she one of the survivors?
No.
Is Maya back in Arkansas still?
Yes.
Is Maya someone you cared about that you had to leave?
Yes.
What is Maya's last name?
It was something with an S.
That's what I was going for. It's not Cameron.
It could just be when Trevor asks questions, something is like moving nearby, and that's what causes it to.
Which member of the Cameron family are we talking to? I hit James really hard earlier.
James?
There are multiple Marthas. Could have been someone who was close to
Yeah,
him.
it could have been a mother figure or an aunt or something.
A teacher.
Are we talking to James?
Yes.
I got a yes hard right there.
Yeah.
Just diverged from north and then came back a little.
Set it on his name.
Let's see. Let's do both for comparison. Diverged from north even more.
James, how old are you?
I mean, of course.
14. And that wasn't because I read it.
Well, I'm trying to ask very easy questions for him to.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave Arkansas?
No.
Diverging from it more.
Did your parents make you?
Yes.
This might be a little bit of a harder question. Is Maya a blood relative or just really close?
I think that was too complicated of a question.
Did you love Maya?
Yes. I realize that, like, this whole situation probably isn't that, like, you know, other people are going to be like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
at the moment.
He doesn't, but
Is
he
it
doesn't-
recording?
Yeah.
I am the resident skeptic.
Yeah.
So,
And that's important. We recognize that not a lot of people are going to believe what's going on right now, and that's okay. Including one present here.
well, not necessarily, but I think feelings are not, they're intangible. You know what I mean?
We did gain...
But it's like when it's this kind of situation and you're literally overcome with the feeling of a specific answer.
I mean, there
Yeah.
were a couple of them that were strong enough to
Yeah.
hit multiple of us, not just you.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't really gotten...
Well, and the fact that we all converged to James really quickly is huge, too.
Yeah.
I did get one feeling. It was over there, and I think I asked the question, is anyone here that wasn't, a party member, and my chest got really warm
Yeah.
for a sec, but...
That's it.
Well, we know... We
But
experienced some activity
Nathan
here.
isn't as sensitive to these things.
I'm not sensitive. I'm a man.
I mean, we've had interesting conversations about spiritual warfare before that you're like, eh.
Diversion from north.
Anyone else in the camera with us? Wave to the camera.
Actually,
Is there anyone else in the camera with us? To be honest, James, I really hope you are. Well, we're about to head out again, so if anyone else... We'll probably come back, but if anyone wants to bid us farewell, so to speak, now's your time.
Ooh, I just got chills.
Oh, there's mine.
Yep.
Yep.
compasses diverged from north and then went back.
I don't know if that was
How
the
much?
passing.
Yeah.
If it bounced, if it bounced
went
back,
like a wave.
if it bounced back, that would make sense.
Oh.
Well, I think that's good.
Yep.
All right, it's been fun talking to y'all. We'll be back in a little bit. You know.
Nathan hears things, and I feel things.
It's a nice combination to have, two different
There's a bug
sensitivities.
in the light, and I keep thinking, oh, what is that?
Hey guys, so we're gonna take off, but we are gonna come back. If you want to welcome us back, all you gotta do is move the gate. We're gonna have these rocks right here to let us know if you moved it. We'll know if you moved it if the gate is not over the rocks, okay?
Anyone want to go for a walk with us? We're just going to go on a little hike. If anyone wants to join, we love the company. In honor of those who rest in this field, they were innocent and died unjust attacks, ending their friends and family. So there are graves all over the place here.
Well, I mean, that sentence right there is why that 170 number might be interesting with the whole unknown graves and everything. Holy shit, come here.
North is in the exact opposite direction of where it should be.
I was walking and I noticed it's sticking that way.
North? Yeah, I felt really uncomfortable since we started walking on that pathway.
I
What
haven't
now?
felt a single
Yeah,
thing.
no, I feel like
Because I'm feeling a whole lot of...
a slight pang of danger, if you know what I mean. Nathan, can you walk behind me?
Why is that?
Because I just have this really uneasy feeling behind me, like constantly.
I do kind of feel like I'm being followed.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the front.
Trying to go over there?
No, I have. That's why I've turned around so many
Just
times.
turn off the lights real quick.
Oh, shit, that's a squirrel or a bunny.
What?
Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Holy... Ground scares are the worst.
Aw, look at him.
I was going to say, I saw the freaking white of his tail jumping up.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, you heard it that way?
I heard it somewhere.
I heard it that way.
I didn't hear anything, but y'all are freaking me out.
Yeah, that was loud.
I didn't hear anything.
That was loud.
What would you describe that as?
It sounded like that it was a... It could be an animal, but it definitely sounded like there was a committed movement, like a...
Yeah, like something.
It could have.
shuffle of
You
the
know
ground.
what it almost sounded like? You know when you're, when brush, like, scrapes
Yeah.
against your pants
Yeah.
or a jacket?
Yeah,
It sounded like
it sounded
that.
like it was like all around the floor kind of a thing. Straight, that's like... Kind of similar to that.
Something like,
Yeah, that was close. But I'm feeling like we're leaving the major area. I don't feel nearly as comfortable now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling like we're just walking for a walk.
do you notice this?
What?
I don't feel nearly as cold right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my face feels warm.
Hold on, I wonder if that's just because we're in between two small trees.
It could be.
No.
No, I don't, like,
Like, you can feel the breeze, but it's not cold.
it's not nearly as cold over here.
Let's take a temperature reading here.
Good call.
Looks like between 50 and 60, around 54 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
We also noticed, so I didn't really feel much of anything, but Susie and Trevor both felt like they were being watched, right?
Watch and
Yeah.
follow.
We
Yeah.
felt like we were being followed.
And it occurred to me, once we decided we had to switch batteries, I had asked if anyone wanted to join us. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Someone could have been hiking along with us. So
It's important to note that all three of us also got the feeling that everything stopped. Like, all of the spiritual energy just kind of stopped at the same time.
Yeah. Even
this
though
didn't just
Nathan wasn't
graduate.
feeling anything, all three of us were like, wait a minute.
Well, it's important to note that Nathan was the one who pointed out the temperature difference, too, first.
Yeah.
In spite of the whole, I don't feel anything.
I know the big rock cairn over there.
Oh boy.
What?
I'll be behind you.
No, 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 no.
What?
We were walking, and all of a sudden I got this like whoosh.
Like a little shove?
And you know what I got?
What?
You shouldn't be here. Yeah.
Well, whoever that was, we're heading back now. We're on our way out. So you don't need to worry about that.
Why shouldn't we be here?
Oh boy. We don't want to end up like them.
Is this well, I know that the actual shooting on September 11, 1857 happened a ways away from the actual memorial where it stands today. Are we close to it?
Yes.
I was gonna say, y'all walking back, I feel a lot more.
I'm not feeling good at all.
This is not okay, guys.
I get nothing.
No, like it's straight like physical warnings
No, I'm getting them now too.
when you know that something's wrong.
Like these are the feelings where like if I'm gonna turn right or left and I want to turn right and something tells you no, you're turning left now and I turn left instead.
Yeah.
Like,
It's kind of like a gut feeling almost. Except it's throughout my entire body. A little, but I'm like my eyes are tearing up. I'm shivering everywhere. Like I'm so cold.
I just want to go back to that little turn corner because that's when everything was heated for a second. I feel like I'm just trying to get out.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain is just like the physical feeling to him, because it's just like when you know something bad is about to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like right before you crash into something.
Temperature's just over 50, so it has gotten colder.
Not much to make that much of a difference.
Yeah, but it's just right here though.
Well, if it goes back,
I haven't checked it.
I was gonna say like he hasn't checked it consistently, so that's not enough to go off of. Temperature-wise, has been stuff here, but temperature-wise, that isn't enough to go off of.
Check the compass.
I don't feel a presence anymore, but I don't feel okay either.
You not want us here?
Nope.
We close
That's
to anything?
weird. I feel absolutely nothing right now.
This close to where you died?
Yes. Oh my god, my eyes are tearing up.
Why are you sad?
They're not sad, they're like, I wouldn't say it's like angry, but frustrated maybe. It's,
Because we're still here?
I don't know. I don't know if it's because we're still here or if because we're here because of what happened. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like we don't respect you? I'm sorry you feel that way.
It could be just the granules of the video quality, but I keep seeing movement.
Nope. The story of what happened here is very well remembered. Especially here in Utah. Did it just get darker? Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's because of the clouds.
They don't want it to be remembered
You don't want this to be remembered?
because they want people to leave them in peace. But instead, because of the memorial and everything, people keep coming. I'm not feeling anything now. It's completely gone.
Yeah, I'm not feeling anything either. I thought I saw something for a second, but I debunked it.
Still not pointing north. Only a little bit off, but it's wobbling a little too. I think we're gonna head back.
No, like, does that make sense to you? Like I feel nothing, but it's like a very obvious nothing.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel this like heavy weight on my chest. Like I know information now, and I need to do something with it. You know what I mean?
That's how we felt a lot in Eden. That was one of my last group's favorite spots. Not on my own.
Okay.
I'm feeling like I really shouldn't, which is why I'm going to.
He's gonna go off by himself.
So guys, we're gonna kind of peel off on this trail, meet back at the memorial. I'm gonna do a little mini EVP session while I go this way.
Split up. Do you want the compass too?
No.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Too much.
Good luck.
All right. Parting ways for now. Good luck, compadre. Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
I knew that John D. Lee was executed by firing squad, but I didn't know it was actually here. That's interesting.
So,
That could explain why it's his spirit that's seeing you, not the other perpetrators.
yeah.
It's believed that he was used as a scapegoat, essentially. because he was the only one. Well, would you look at that?
Huh.
Has not moved at all.
Yep.
Ghosts officially disproven. So, figured this gate is pretty heavy. So we're gonna try a different experiment. Gonna see if anything will roll this little mag light I got.
Alright. So we realized that as we left that this gate is kind of heavy. So we're doing something a little easier for you. Again, we have the rocks to mark. All we want you to do is push it. If you can push this little light, this little flashlight, we'll know because the rocks aren't going to move. Or if you want to push a rock, then we'll know because the flashlights aren't moving. We hope that some of you want to play with us with this, alright? We'll be right back.
To me, the position of this rock looks like... Yeah, no. I mean, we'd have to look at the...
We got a shot of it the first time, right?
Yeah, but the rock looks... I don't think it was over the crack in the concrete. So, we're gonna do our... I think our final session. And, we're gonna play with this flashlight. Keep in mind, however, this is the least reliable method. So, this is one of those take with a grain of salt kind of methods. But in theory, it could work, if you're getting consistent on and off with questions.
If anyone else, they can play along too, but we're going to be talking to you, John. If you have something to react, you can always turn that light on and off as a way to answer our questions. If you understand what I'm saying, you can go ahead and turn that light.
Whoa.
That was oddly well timed.
Holy hell.
And I
Is
got
that you, John?
I got a chill too.
That is interesting.
That's the first time it's been that precise. If you're here with us, turn the light on.
That's a little less convincing.
Well, it took a little bit of time, but the fact that I also got bored, and it also just picked up light now. He was like, yeah, prove it.
Now it's off.
That one's not convincing.
Yeah.
But the other three, I'd say, were.
Yeah.
Hey, John, I'm talking to you right now. Do you regret what was done here?
Turn the light on if yes.
Whoa. Oh. This is a lot more compelling than the last time we used this. You still take it with a grain of salt, but these are pretty consistent.
Well, these are consistent, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just every single time.
It could just be that they touch it and it turns on, and then they let go and it turns off.
That's a possibility, too, to think about.
Okay, John, tell us, do you feel like you were treated unjustly? Like you were used as a scapegoat?
Only turn the light on if yes. Leave it off if no.
You can also say it to us, or use the light, or both.
I don't know if I believe that one.
Yeah.
It was right after I mentioned you can use one or the other.
So if that's the case, do it one more time. Did you feel like a scapegoat?
If you felt like you were blamed unjustly, turn the light on. Yeah.
Does that mean that you believe that what was done here was wrong, that the wagon train should have been left unprovoked. You can turn it on if, yes, you believe it was wrong. These are well timed.
Let's go through a phase without talking about the light, because it could also just be because we are asking questions at a relatively consistent rate.
Yeah.
Let's try to debunk the timing of it, because
Yeah,
that's around when we would have asked the next question.
Yeah.
John, leave the light alone for a second, okay? Just talk to us if you want. We're going to leave this alone. We want to see if it's really you talking to us. John, we're leaving the light alone, okay?
It will flash on and off at random.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And I want to see if the flashing slow down or get inconsistent in their way, because right now they're turning on and off at a very consistent, steady pace.
Like a control, you mean?
In the pace in which we would typically be asking questions. And we're not asking questions right now, we're just bantering.
I do think it's odd how the flags weren't clanging when we first walked up.
Yeah, they were.
Not that loud.
Well, the wind also changed a bit.
Yeah, but it's just interesting.
Alright, John.
Are there more... Okay, now I'll ask. Are there more than 140 people buried here, John?
I know the light didn't turn on, but I got a yes. I'm very chilled at the moment.
Well, you also asked, leave the light alone.
Yeah.
We did ask that a little while ago. John, we're going to use the light again, okay? So I'll ask again. Well, that's it. Okay, he knows. You know. I got it.
I know how compelled I am by that.
I would agree with you. This second session doesn't seem nearly as convincing. Unless you're trying to tell us.
So is everyone here accounted for? Turn the light on.
No.
Were there more men killed here than what our information gave us?
Maybe.
Maybe. John, did you know a young boy named James here? I got a distinct no.
I got a yes, you got a no, but it could... The thing is, like,
We
you
don't
know...
know if it's John responding.
Well, in old times, though, they didn't have as big of an array of names as we do now. You know, they had, like, a certain list of common names that everyone just kind of used.
That's fair.
So it could be possible, because this guy was supposed to be one of the Mormons, right?
Yeah.
So how would he have known the kid?
That's a question to ask, is my point. Did you know any of the people you killed personally?
Turn the light on if you did.
I'm getting a distinct no.
Yeah.
Like,
Despite the light.
Despite the light, I got a no on that one as far as knowing him personally.
Because I know that you chose to be executed by firing squad. Could you tell us why? No, I don't know this. I know that you were executed around here. Could you turn the light on if you chose to be executed here? If that was you, can you turn the light off?
Yeah.
I guess that was a no.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you were taken here to be executed?
Yeah, the more we're talking, the louder that's getting. Like, the more questions we're asking, the louder that's getting.
I wonder if that's a feel, or that's something to pay attention to in the recording. See if it's actually getting louder, or if it just feels like it's getting louder.
Did I offend you with that question? You can turn the light off. If no,
The thing is, I know it's getting louder because I have a volume reading on
sorry,
the camera.
I didn't mean to confuse you.
And so it's hitting up here.
Where was it hitting?
It was a little lower. It was down here where the white parts are.
That's weird.
It might be that whoever was here that we were interacting with before doesn't like that we're talking to him. My ear is ringing really bad.
Mine aren't.
Mine aren't.
It's just my left. It just started ringing. You know, I think that's probably a possibility.
Alright, John. I have a question for you. Is there anyone besides you speaking to us? Can turn the light off? If yes, there is more than one person speaking to us right now. I'm trying.
I think it was trying to stay on.
Yeah, I felt like there was a struggle to stay on.
Yeah.
I got the feeling of no. It wasn't a strong no, but it was a feeling of no.
Perhaps. It did.
Yeah, it just stopped.
If you were trying to keep it on, maybe you could give us another sign. You could say it into this device. Maybe you could tap one of us on the shoulder. Maybe even make a noise.
I just got so cold.
I don't feel nothing.
My eyes are watering.
I didn't get the eyes water, but I definitely got I felt that crawl down my spine.
I got like my eyes started watering and then my nose started like tingling.
Okay, it's kind of stopping now.
Alright, so Nathan's head just randomly started hurting and then it went away as quick as it came.
Yeah, like right at the base of the neck.
Maybe he was tapping you on the neck.
Yeah.
Was that you, John? Can you turn the light on if that was you? Maybe.
I got a chill at the same time.
Yeah, I got a chill.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that one or not. I kind of want to, but I don't know. The flag picked right back up, though, at the same time as we asked the question.
Yeah.
Like, everything happened, so that is something.
I'm also strangely uncomfortable with my back being to the fence right now. I feel very
I think we're done with the light.
eerily
I
uncomfortable.
would be done with the light anyway. We've asked him a lot of questions. That also might be why you're uncomfortable. He might be starting to get annoyed.
Alright, John, if we're bothering you, you don't have to talk anymore. But it was nice to get to know you a little bit, John. And I guess we'll leave you to rest a little bit.
It's a good chance we'll be back, though.
Trevor is gonna get possessed.
I know, he's going crazy with his questions now. He's saying that some people are glad that these poor innocent people were killed, and the small group of Mormons that slaughtered them, they told Brigham Young that they were going to do it, and Brigham Young sent word not to, but his messenger showed up the day after they had already been killed. So he's kind of going off and trying to get a rise out of everyone here. It kind of makes me a little uncomfortable, but that's just because I respect, these kinds of things to an extent where I don't want to agitate them.
We'll let you rest for a little while. It was a lot of fun talking to you. It was nice to get to know some of you, even those of you who didn't particularly want us here. We'll bid you a nice farewell for a little while. Get on out of here. All right, so we're all wrapped up. We're ready to head home. What do you guys think? Think this place is haunted? Or nah?
I would give it like a 3 or a 4 out of 5.
All right, what about you, Trevor?
I'd give it more of a 2.5.
Okay,
I definitely felt
so
a lot.
A 3.
I was gonna say a 2 spooks out of 5. About 2.5, 2.75 average spook rating.
I'd call the 2.75 as the average here of the 3 answers.
Okay.
There's definitely a lot, especially compared to other places, which is why I was going to give it more of a rating, not necessarily for, how scary it is, but for how active it kind of is. But,
I know, personally, my rating was on activity.
yeah.
I didn't get any of the feelings that Trevor and Susie got. And I think a lot of sounds can be attributed to just hearing things in the dark. No, I guess seeing things in the dark.
I mean, we're all aware that of the likelihood of it being some sort of natural phenomena is a lot higher than it being something supernatural.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
dependent on what you decide to believe.
Well, yeah, I guess take everything with a grain of salt.
Or don't if you don't want to.
But I don't know. I think until we get to take a closer look at the video and audio recordings, my verdict personally is this place is probably not haunted.
Maybe. You never know. But I wouldn't say that it's not haunted.
And that's the frustrating part about going off of feeling. It is absolutely impossible to be proven or disproven.
Yeah.
It isn't going to happen either way.
There's no way to present it to an academic community or in an academic environment and use it as evidence. You can't.
Well, but that's not what we're trying to do either.
Yeah.
So that doesn't matter.
We're just here to get scared, kids.
Yeah. This is just for fun. This isn't to prove or disprove anything, but,
Well,
yeah.
I'm pretty hungry, and it's after 2 in the morning, and I want to get back home.
3, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. I want to get a burger or a taco or
grease.
something.
All right.
See y'all next time.
Deuces.